Your mind is powerful, but do you understand it? Welcome to BrainistrX.
Have you ever been in a quiet room, maybe a library or a classroom, and suddenly, hic, that unmistakable sound escapes your lips? Instantly, all eyes turn toward you, and you wish you could just disappear for a moment. It's one of those awkward situations we've all found ourselves in, at some point. Maybe you were just hanging out with friends, sharing a laugh, or sipping on a fizzy drink. Sometimes it seems like the bubbles in your soda are just waiting for the perfect moment to catch you off guard. Out of nowhere, your chest gives a sudden jump, your throat tightens, and that funny, involuntary sound pops out. It's almost like your body is playing a prank on you. But why does this happen? Why do we hiccup, even when we least expect it? It's a question that has puzzled people for centuries, and it's not always easy to find a clear answer. Hiccups always seem to show up at the most inconvenient and embarrassing times. Like during an important meeting, a movie, or even a first date. It's as if they have a knack for making us the center of attention when we least want it. Sometimes hiccups can make you burst out laughing, especially if they come in a funny rhythm. Other times, they make you groan in frustration or blush with embarrassment, especially if you can't get them to stop. For some people, hiccups are triggered by eating too quickly, swallowing air, or even taking a big gulp of water. It's almost like your body is reminding you to slow down and take it easy. But for others, hiccups seem to come out of nowhere, with no clear reason at all. One moment you're fine, and the next, hic! You're left wondering what just happened. No matter who you are, where you live, or how old you might be, hiccups are a universal experience. From tiny babies to grandparents, everyone has had a run-in with these mysterious spasms. But what exactly is this strange reflex that makes us all sound so silly? It turns out, hiccups are caused by a sudden contraction of a muscle called the diaphragm, which sits just below your lungs and helps you breathe. Is there a reason our bodies do this? Are hiccups just a weird glitch, or do they serve some hidden purpose? Even doctors and scientists aren't completely sure, but they have some fascinating theories. Scientists have been asking these questions for a long time, studying hiccups in people of all ages and even in animals. They've discovered that hiccups might be linked to how our bodies developed millions of years ago. So, let's take a deep dive into the weird and wacky world of hiccups. We'll explore what happens inside your body every time you hiccup, and why this quirky reflex has stuck around for so long. Get ready to be amazed by what your body is up to behind the scenes. The story of hiccups is stranger and more fascinating than you might think. Deep inside your chest, there's a large flat muscle called the diaphragm. It's one of the most important muscles in your body, even though you probably don't think about it much. The diaphragm is shaped a bit like a dome or a parachute, and it stretches across the bottom of your rib cage, separating your chest from your abdomen. Imagine it sitting right under your lungs, almost like a trampoline or a flexible floor that moves up and down every time you breathe. This muscle is constantly at work, helping you inhale and exhale, even when you're not paying attention. When you breathe in, your diaphragm contracts and moves downward, making more space in your chest so your lungs can fill up with air. It's like the floor dropping down to let the balloons, your lungs, expand. When you breathe out, the diaphragm relaxes and moves back up, gently pushing air out of your lungs. This up and down motion is happening all the time, keeping you alive and well. It's almost like a little dance or a wave, happening with every single breath you take, whether you're awake, asleep, or even running around. But sometimes, this hard-working muscle gets a little twitchy, or decides to act out of rhythm. This can happen for all sorts of reasons. Maybe you ate too quickly, drank something fizzy, or even laughed a bit too hard. Suddenly the diaphragm jerks downward much faster and harder than usual, almost like it's startled or surprised. When this happens, a rush of air is sucked into your lungs very quickly, much faster than during a normal breath. It's like a gust of wind blowing in through an open window. Your body isn't prepared for this sudden burst of air, so your vocal cords, the little folds of tissue in your throat, snap shut in an instant, almost like slamming a door to stop the wind. That quick snap is what creates the classic hic sound that we all recognize, and it's a tiny sharp noise, but it can be pretty surprising when it happens. Think of it like a surprise party for your throat, one you didn't plan, and that only lasts a split second. The air is like an unexpected guest, and your vocal cords are the doors slamming shut to keep things under control. It's your body's way of reacting to the sudden change. The result? that quick, funny noise we all know so well, often followed by a laugh or a surprised look. Hiccups can be a little embarrassing, but they're usually harmless and go away on their own. So, a hiccup is really just your diaphragm going rogue for a second, sending a shockwave through your breathing system and catching your vocal cords off guard. It's a tiny muscle spasm with a surprisingly big sound, a reminder that even the smallest muscles can make a big impact in our bodies. Have you ever wondered why, out of nowhere, you suddenly start hiccuping? Most hiccups begin because something irritates or bothers your diaphragm, which is a large dome-shaped muscle located just below your lungs. The diaphragm plays a crucial role in helping you breathe, moving up and down as you inhale and exhale. But when it gets unexpectedly triggered, it can spasm, causing that familiar hic sound we all know. One of the most common reasons for hiccups is eating too quickly. Picture yourself at the movies, shoveling handfuls of popcorn into your mouth as the action unfolds on screen. When you eat fast, you swallow more air and your stomach fills up rapidly. This sudden expansion puts pressure on your diaphragm, and before you know it, your body reacts with a hiccup. It's almost like your diaphragm is saying, slow down. Drinking fizzy drinks is another big trigger. The bubbles in soda, sparkling water, or other carbonated beverages don't just make your drink fun, they also create extra gas in your stomach. As these bubbles rise and expand, they can tickle or irritate the lining of your stomach, which in turn nudges your diaphragm and can set off a round of hiccups. Temperature extremes can also play a role. Taking a big gulp of icy cold water or sipping on steaming hot soup can shock your throat and the nerves connected to your diaphragm. This sudden change in temperature can confuse your body, leading to those unexpected hiccups. Sometimes, even switching quickly between hot and cold foods or drinks can have the same effect. Spicy foods are another well-known culprit. When you eat something with a lot of heat, like hot peppers or spicy curry, the intense flavors can irritate the lining of your throat and esophagus. This irritation can make the muscles in your chest and throat jump or spasm, which often results in hiccups. It's your body's way of reacting to the fiery sensation. But it's not just what you eat or drink. Your emotions can play a part too. Excitement, laughter, or even a sudden scare can trigger hiccups. Have you ever been laughing so hard with friends that you suddenly start hiccuping? Or maybe you've been startled and felt a hiccup right after. That's because strong emotions can send signals to your diaphragm, causing it to contract unexpectedly. So, whether you're enjoying a meal, sipping a drink, or just caught up in a moment of excitement, there are countless everyday things that can make your diaphragm act up. Hiccups are a completely normal part of life. They might be a little annoying, especially if they stick around for a while, but they're usually harmless and go away on their own. Next time you get the hiccups, you'll know exactly what's happening inside your body, and maybe even what caused them. Here's a weird thought. What if your hiccups are a leftover from when our ancestors were more like frogs? Some scientists believe this might be true. They think hiccups are an ancient reflex from way back in time. Frogs and other amphibians don't breathe like we do. Baby frogs, called tadpoles, use a gulping motion to breathe underwater. This motion looks a lot like a hiccup. Their glottis, the part above their lungs, closes quickly, just like our vocal cords do during a hiccup. It's possible that long ago, our ancestors had to gulp air in a similar way. Over millions of years we started to breathe differently, but the hiccup reflex stuck around, even though we don't need it anymore. So every time you hiccup, you might just be saying hello to your ancient tadpole self. If you've ever watched a baby, you know they hiccup all the time. Sometimes it seems like they hiccup more than they breathe. But why is this? Well, babies' bodies are still learning how to work. Their breathing muscles, especially the diaphragm, are practicing all day long. In fact, babies even hiccup before they're born. That's right, doctors have seen tiny hiccups on ultrasounds. It's kind of like a warm-up for life outside the womb. Hiccups help babies' lungs and muscles get ready to breathe air. Some scientists think hiccups help babies swallow milk without choking. Other experts believe it's just a side effect of their muscles learning to work together. Either way, it's totally normal for babies to hiccup a lot. So, if you hear a baby hiccup, don't worry. It's just their body getting stronger and smarter every day. For most people, hiccups last just a few minutes, but for some, they don't go away so easily. Imagine having hiccups for days, weeks, or even years. It sounds impossible, but it has happened. The most famous case is Charles Osborne. In 1922, Charles started hiccuping and couldn't stop. He hiccuped all day and all night for 68 years. Doctors tried everything, but nothing worked. Charles's hiccups finally ended on their own just a year before he died. Long-lasting hiccups can be a sign of a medical problem. Sometimes they're caused by nerve damage, a stroke, or other illnesses. If hiccups last more than 48 hours, it's important to see a doctor. Most hiccups are harmless, but sometimes they can be a big deal. Charles Osborne's story reminds us how strange and stubborn this reflex can be. Everyone seems to have a favorite trick to stop hiccups. Hold your breath, drink water upside down, eat a spoonful of sugar. These cures sound silly, but some people swear by them. Why do they sometimes work? Most remedies focus on distracting your body or resetting your breathing. Holding your breath increases carbon dioxide in your blood. That can calm the diaphragm and stop the spasms. Drinking water or swallowing sugar gives your throat a gentle stretch. This can tell your nerves to calm down. Some remedies are just fun distractions. If you're focused on a silly task, you might forget about your hiccups. Your body relaxes, and the hiccups can stop. No single cure works for everyone, but trying a few tricks can be like rebooting your body. Sometimes all your muscles need is a quick reset. Let's think of your body like a computer. Sometimes computers freeze or act strange. What do? You hit the reboot button. Hiccups are like a little system error in your breathing muscles. That's why many remedies work like a reset. When you hold your breath or sip water, you're sending a signal to your nervous system. It's a message that says, hey, let's get back on track. Sometimes this reboot ends the hiccup cycle, but not all hiccups listen to the reboot. Some just need time to go away. That's okay. Most hiccups are as harmless as a pop-up on your screen. Annoying but not dangerous. So the next time you hiccup, try a few hacks. You might just outsmart your own body. Hiccups might be annoying, but they're also a fascinating clue to our past. Every time you hiccup, you're connecting with millions of years of evolution. It's a reminder that our bodies still carry secrets from ancient times. Imagine, a simple muscle spasm links you to frogs, tadpoles, and early land animals. Hiccups are like a little time machine hidden in your chest. They show that even the silliest reflexes can have deep roots. So next time you get the hiccups, don't just groan. Smile. You're experiencing a living fossil, a reflex your ancestors might have used. In the end, hiccups are weird, wild, and wonderful. A strange gift from our body's long, quirky history.
Subscribe to BrainistrX. Like the video and turn on the bell.